So I love HANNAH-BARBERA animation, so I just want to dedicate this month to HANNAH-BARBERA cartoons, which I grew up watching because I grew up in India and we had Cartoon Network, and on Cartoon Network they were all the HANNAH-BARBERA animation productions. So so let's get started with HUCKLEBERRY HOUND. So again, let's look at let's say the basic structure of the character, and let's start with as you always know, the ball, right? And actually you can change this ball, just because I'm drawing a ball doesn't mean that the shape of the character's head is shaped like a ball, right? Like it's just a way for me to sort of visualize like in a solid form the core of the character's head, the mass, okay, if you will, the volume. Okay? So, but from then on, once I know where the face is turning, the inclination of the face, the direction the face is looking, and so on, the angle of the face, I can then elaborate that into the shape of the character that I'm drawing from, or that I'm trying to create. So in this case, clearly the character is looking this way, right? And there's I don't know if you can see it. There's a slight like tilt towards like the downward, right? Like so. So let's try to capture that. Like okay. So instead of drawing this, I'm drawing. And these things will be helpful to keep in mind. These principles are very important, because if you are trying to draw more realistic and like just draw from life and learn anatomy, this will be really useful. Okay, so let's establish the shape of the face here, or the head. And there's no one way of interpreting that that shape. And actually, as I am drawing these cartoon characters, and you have to imagine that all these cartoon animation was done by hand, right? It was hand drawn, and so like for example, I noticed that in the previous Fred Flintstone video that the characters have something to separate the head from the body. So it's usually a tie. So in this case, a bow tie. For Snagglepuss, it was also like a sort of a bow tie, and for Fred Flintstone, it was like a tie because he works. Let me make this a little bit thinner. And yeah, there's this very rectangular shape with these soft ears like this. Again, I'm trying to simplify them as much as possible so that it's easier for you to visualize. So there are some zigzags here on the rim of his hat, right? And it's like a trapezius. So let me zoom in a bit. You see this shape? It's like a trapezius, like an upside down trapezius, a trapezoid, or I mean, I'm really sorry, I don't know the name of my shapes. At least in French they call it trapèze, so I know that. Again, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm drawing the details already. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, I got the overall shape right, but I feel like for the, let's see if it works. So if I draw the line, yeah, I guess it sort of works. a triangle for the nose, which is very typical for and then the eyes. I wish I could explain the thoughts that are going through in my head right now, like I mean, this is why nostalgia is a very strong thing, because I can sort of feel the moments, and I want to rewatch these cartoons. And I hope it makes you rewatch these cartoons yourself, like and because it's hand-drawn, this need to simplify everything is very strong. So, oh, actually the eye, I'm sorry about that, the eye is not poking out like this. It's actually flattening and aligning itself with the shape of the face. So it starts to get messy now, so I'm going to erase the ball because it served its purpose, so as and even the line, because I've already drawn the mouth. So I mean, again, I'm just adjusting. I'm just nitpicking, so don't worry about that. Just as long as you got that. So let me zoom back out. So I've already finished the head. Actually, I wasn't expecting to do that, but so for the body, kind of similar shape than for Snagglepuss in a way. This kind of I don't think there's a specific name for that shape, but and drawing these characters also makes me want to create characters like this, because with the simple shapes. So those thick to thin, which we also had if you watch my YouTube videos on my tutorials on Disney characters, right, which are also cartoon characters. You'll also see that thin to thick variation in the limbs, because it just gives a very pleasing shape overall, right? Like, so that's why people use it. And just like, you know, so it has to be pleasing to look at, but also pleasing to draw, because I mean, I don't know, like how were those cartoons, like 12 frames per second? That means like 12 individual drawings of the same character per second. Let's say you have you know, you can multiply that by for an episode of I don't know, to 15 or 20 minutes, and you know, you have you have to draw this character a lot I'm sure so much so that the animators were seeing these characters in their dreams probably. But yeah, like, you know, so this need to simplify, which is great for us, because then it shows us a way to learn to draw hands in a simpler way, the feet in a simple way, and so there is this combination of, this is why I love animation. I mean, I love different art forms and different mediums, but like, this is why people love animation, because it at least as an artist, like it shows you how you can stylize and how you can simplify things. And yeah, I almost forgot and I think there's an action line here, because he's sort of doing can you see my hand? He's sort of doing this. So I'm going to add that. Anyway, yeah, that's a Huckleberry Hound. I hope you enjoyed this video, so please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Boris for Sketchman Draws, signing off.